Hello there. Tell me, are you tired of fearing your imminent demise? Tired of precariously placed safes, anvils, or perhaps pianos threatening to squish you? Well, I can't do anything about that. But I can, however, help you make an immortal dwarf if that's what you wish. So let's just do that. In games with the death mechanic, which is pretty much all of them, there are 3 paths to take in the quest to godhood. The first way is by abusing game mechanics, or cleverly using them depending on your perspective. The second is by cheating. Cheating has always been part of games, but Carl would not approve of that. The third way is by actually being good at the game. This takes time, commitment, and resolve. But I'm not gonna do that. As you very well may know, DRG's upgrade system has 3 branches. You've got your perks, your upgrades, and your overclocks. In terms of perks, there are a few that increase your survivability in a purely number sense. The first of these is Veteran Depositor. This perk sucks. It lets you deposit into the mule a bit faster. Okay, sure, there are better options. But this perk does come with the added bonus of 30% damage reduction within 7 meters of Molly or other deposit points. Thank you, Molly. The next one is Elemental Insulation. At max rank, it grants 30% resistance to all elemental damage. Good. Next, we have Shield Link. Now, I know Shield Link doesn't exactly give direct damage resistance, but you can use it to overcharge a teammate's shield and give your teammate more health. Therefore, all I would need is a friend. We still have a free passive slot left, so let's throw in Born Ready, since it's always a useful perk. Lastly, we can use Iron Will. If all else fails, Iron Will let us get back up on our feet after going down. In this state, our dwarf will be immune to damage, so there's our last resort. Now that we've got perks, we should choose a class, which should have been the first step. Anyways, I'm going to settle for Gunner because he's the tankiest of the dwarves. Also, Gunner gets 50% explosion resistance, which is going to come in handy in case we get blown up. Now let's look at equipment. I'm almost certain that Gunner's the only class with weapons that have damage resistance upgrades. I think the first of these is a big boy, the Thunderhead Heavy Autocannon. This weapon is probably designed to be used against aircraft, so it hits like a flying train covered in spikes that explodes. So yeah, mind the gap. One of the Thunderhead's tier 5 upgrades grants 50% damage resistance when at max rate of fire. This means that we'll have to reduce the weapon's max rate of fire so that damage resistance activates quicker. To do this, we can use an overclock with a funny name, Big Bertha. Huge damage buff and rate of fire lowered. With a lighter barrel assembly upgrade, we can even increase the Thunderhead's ramp-up speed so that we hit max ROF even faster. Here's a side-by-side comparison. I'm actually really surprised by how that turned out. It was a pretty big difference. But did you know that there's also a pretty big difference between the number of people that are and aren't subscribed? Subscribing is absolutely free and it is a great way to support the channel. And if you're enjoying the video, please don't forget to leave a like. And if you're not enjoying the video, still leave a like. I can tell if you don't because I'm standing right behind you. Now back to the video. For Gunner's secondary, we really could use any weapon, but the coil gun has an upgrade with damage resistance, so let's take it. But here's the thing. The resistance does not stack with the autocannon since they can be used at the same time. So instead, maybe we can use this upgrade to buy time while we wait for Born Ready to activate. It's still going to be basically useless to us, but counterpoint, damage resistance. To get the most out of the damage resistance, we need to use another overclock with a funny name, the Mole. The Mole is one of my favorite overclocks just because it's so unique. Basically, for every bit of terrain that the coil gun projectile pierces, you get additional damage upon impact, but nobody really cares. What's more important is the fact that it increases the charge time, so let's test it out. Alright, that was pretty good, I think. I can't actually tell. Anyways, it's still not enough, so how can we stack even more damage resistance or health onto our dwarf? Well, there's still a few more ways. So class, please take out your calculators because it's time to do some math. No, Jimmy, you can't use the calculator on your phone. Jimmy, I don't make the rules. Oh wait, I do. Put it away. Okay. Anyways, Gunner's default HP is 110. With a pint of Red Rock Blaster, we can apply 1.69 times multiplier for a total of 185.9. By unlocking maximum armor mastery and applying the healthy upgrade, this brings us up to about 220.9 HP. That, plus the 25 shield, brings us up to a grand total of 245.9 HP. Way better. There's also the shield generator, which I kind of forgot to mention earlier. It grants an additional 50% damage resistance to players within the area of effect, but to be fair, there's no point in applying all this resistance if we can just hide inside a bubble. Fortunately, there is an upgrade that maintains the shield's damage resistance for a whopping 2 seconds. Yeah, 2 whole seconds after leaving its AoE. The very last thing I can think of is a rare structure unique to the Azure Weald, the glowy blue place. Like everything else in that biome, it's really cool looking. But it's not purely cosmetic because it gives creatures, dwarves, anything, a 50% damage resistance buff within its AoE. This effect lingers for 15 seconds after leaving, protecting us in the unlikely event that we'll need to scooch. Is it a problem that the bugs also get a resistance buff? Yeah, it is actually. And we should be ready to dive back in. Now all we need to do is wait for a mission in the Azure Weald that spawns and overlaps with Red Rock Blaster being served at the Abyss Bar. So, about we couldn't find any, but we did manage to find an Omen Tower, so here's how that went. Okay, so, even when completely goofing off, we still managed to take, like, no damage from the tower, and that is at least a success. I'll be honest, I have no idea how to end this. Do I need, like, a catchphrase? Frog ya later? I'm just kidding. Rock and stone.